Hello friends, today we're going to make a journal page background and I'm using my favorite Lindy's Gang magical powders. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take some powder with a dry brush, sprinkle it on my page, and this is going to be an abstract background. I'm just going to start adding some color and kind of going with the flow. Now I have a mini spray bottle, and as I spray over the powder, the color will start to emerge, and then I can start playing. So I'll add a little bit. I'll move the color around with my brush. I'm going to wash off my brush a little bit because the background was still just a little bit wet with the white acrylic paint, but I kind of don't mind because I love mushing paint around. I think I'm going to add more yellow up to the top and I'm going to spray it. And instead of using the brush to move it, spray some more water. I'm going to get it good and wet and I'm going to tilt my journal to see where the drips go. It's fun to watch which direction they go and then just to add more water, get that paint flowing. So I've added tiny bits of gold and now I'm going to start with a little bit darker green. And I'm going to add the green on top and it's pretty wet, so I'm using my brush to take it out of the little pot and just adding the powder and just moving it. It's just kind of an easy, flowy type of movement, and I like to follow the pattern of the color that's already on there, so that kind of gives you some direction. So I'm using a dry brush to put it on, and I'm picking up my wet brush and moving it around. So the green I'm thinking is a little bright, and I'm going to add some blue because who doesn't love blue? I adore blue, and I'm really loving it when I mix it with some green. I'm going to list all the magical powders that I use in this for you down below. So these, you can use them several ways. You can sprinkle them, you can then spray them, you can sprinkle them, add just tiny bits of water with a brush like I'm doing here. You can spray the water and then add it. You can add it, spray the water and let it drip. It's just kind of how you feel like watching it roll on the page and just experimenting with it. I'm going to add more of this yellow because it just kind of disappeared on this page for some reason, but I'm going to add more. And I'm using my wet brush so that I don't dilute it so much. I love this. I love how you just kind of don't know which way it's going. And so you just let it kind of take you on an adventure. So let's try playing with it this way. I'm gonna drip it up. And then I'm just gonna keep playing. And as I do, I'm looking because I have an idea of what I want the finished page to have on it, and it's my bluebird. So I kind of want the colors to surround it. I'm going to add A little bit more of this gold. This gold is fun, but I will say it does not spread like the other ones. So I'm just going to use it like an accent. So I'm looking for different places where I could put it, where it might just kind of shine. Just little unexpected pops of fun. Okie doke. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add some orange and see how this goes. Again, kind of like the gold, just so that I get some quick, unexpected pops of color. I'm super light touch with my brush. It's pretty wet already on the page, so I just take my dry brush, dip it in there, and then dip it. And again, I'm just following the lines of what's already on there. So now that I have the right side of the page, I'm going to start working on the left side and even out the yellow a little bit so that it will eventually look like it's encompassing this little bird that I'm going to add. And I'm going to dip some orange in here. So I'm going to place this little bird up here and try and get an idea of where I want him. And I'm going to add more color. I'm going to add some more yellow because it's looking a little blah down here. And I think it would brighten everything up if he had some more yellow around him. And I'll just keep moving him back and forth. See if I like what I'm seeing. I know I want to add writing on the right-hand side of the page. So what I think would be fun is to add a little bit more of this blue. So I've got the blue here. I'm going to put my bird back, see what I think. I'm looking in a circular way now, so you can kind of see the blue in the right, the blue on the top, the blue in the bird, and I'm going to add a little bit more in here. And while I'm at it, let's finish up this bottom part. So here, I'm just going to add a little bit of white because I want it to look like it's fading into the bottom of the page, and the edges just looked too harsh to me. I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out, so now I'm going to use my art glitter glue. I'm going to put glue all over my little bird that I cut out. And then I'll place him on the left side. Let's see, right about here. So this is bugging me. This little leg makes him look like he is totally lopsided, so it's not quite dry. I'm gonna snip it off, peel it carefully. Oh, I think I did okay. I'm gonna trim it a little bit, add a little bit more glue. There's still glue on there. Decide where it looks a little more normal. There we go. Oh yeah, I like that a lot more. All right, then I'm gonna tack it down into position, and I think I like the way my little bird is, whoops. I like the way, here we go, my little bird is standing. There. Yeah, that's better. Now he doesn't look like he's going to topple over. Alrighty, on to my quote. I'm going to use my Sharpie S gel and I'm going to begin going over this. It's a little rough, so it's going to take a few passes with my pen, and I'm going to speed this up and then show it to you when it's finished. And that's a wrap. We'll see you next time.